Well, today is just the craziest thing that's ever happened in the history of this show. It feels like Donald Trump has now been accused of everything by Elon, and the relationship has collapsed like I never thought it could happen. And we wrapped up a sort of hour and a half long emergency broadcast live stream on the channel. But I want to kind of succinctly sum up what we know at this point in time, and a clip of Trump saying, I don't think I'm going to be talking to the press after Elon dropped these bombs on me. Just for anyone who hops on YouTube and goes, what's happening? Let me walk you through what is happening in case you missed the live stream and don't want to have to sit through that long. So let's start at the end and work backwards. After Elon threw Epstein bombshells out at Trump and said he should be impeached and replaced by JD Vance. What? Trump, who always takes questions, always says, press, get out. I'm not taking questions right now.
It's okay.
Yes. We're going to have a little discussion now, very private. And I just want to thank you all for being here. And thank you very much, media. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, any response to Elon Musk claiming about the Epstein files? Mr. President.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Good job.
So reporters shouting at Elon or at Trump, and trying to get him to answer the question, but they get ushered out. Audio goes dark. Now, this is funny. Before going further, so probably for context, I should say, what they're shouting out is that they want Trump to respond to this. Elon posting, time to drop the real bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. Already has 500,000 likes in just over an hour. Unbelievable. And the next post on our live coverage of this, you can watch me finding out in real time about this next insane post, which I just find this tickles me, my reaction. Then someone said, President versus Elon, who wins? My money's on Elon. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Elon just called on Trump to be impeached. What? Oh, I'm hyperventilating. Wait, what? Pondering Politics says, bro, what? Yeah, so that was my live reaction to finding out about the other bonkers post, which was this: Trump should be impeached and JD Vance should replace him. And Elon says, yes, he says to that. They went from best of friends,
I love Tesla,
to enemies. And then he was posting all sorts of quotes of Trump saying about Epstein, I've known Jeff for 15 years, terrific guy, he's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. And now Epstein is being brought up by Elon there in those quotes, with a little emoji responding to it. Then one that's kind of upsetting because he's been in the Trump administration for so long. He says the Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. Okay, well, we've kind of been asking for you to understand that before. It's not super helpful. And all we have from Trump at this point in time is him saying, this is pretty aggressive, but the easiest way to save money in our budget would be terminating Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts, to which Elon said, make my day. And then Trump also said, I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. So this was the one that was after the Elon post. This was before the Elon post. So all he said since the Epstein post, I'm absolutely falling apart, by the way. This is all just too exciting. After the Epstein post, Trump has only said, I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago, because this bill is absolutely wonderful from Trump's perspective. And then so beautiful is watching Fox News have to report on this. And they report on it like a natural disaster, like a terror attack just happened. This is not what we wanted to report on today. That's literally the quote. Not a story we wanted today for America.
Ugly battle over the big, beautiful bill. President Trump and Elon Musk's war of words reaching a fever pitch today. And today, President Trump was asked about that.
He hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office, and he's got nice offices too. But there's something about this one.
And it didn't take long for Musk to respond, taking to X to say, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. And that was all it took to get the back and forth going. President Trump threatening Musk's government contracts, writing on Truth Social. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was surprised that Biden didn't do it. And in another post, Elon was wearing thin, wrote Trump. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy.
I saw a lot of MAG accounts going, guys, stop. This is a gift to the left. Never have truer words been spoken. So true. It's Christmas, baby. It's Christmas at Luke's house. Let's see if we can we let's get a party scheduled. The Elon Trump relationship breakup party tonight. If you know where I live, show up.
Buy electric cars that nobody wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do. And he just went crazy. It did not stop there, though. Elon writing, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Seems a Rubicon that Elon Musk has crossed, that it appears it's hard to see a path forward for these two to repair their relationship. This is not a story that anyone was looking for. Perhaps somewhat predictable with two big personalities, but not a story that we wanted today for America. It's too soon to tell how far this will go, but House Speaker Mike Johnson thinks he can still get Elon back on board the big, beautiful bill.
You haven't spoken with about Musk yet, right?
We're currently playing phone tag.
Okay, and what is the...
And what I mean by that is I keep tagging him. He's it 5 times.
message you need to hear from him to make sure you guys, what's the message you guys need to hear?
I just want to answer any questions Elon has and make sure he fully understands this is not a spending bill, it's a budget reconciliation bill, and we're achieving the largest tax cuts in history, the largest savings in history, and real reforms to the programs that people rely upon.
All right. Joining me now on this escalating war of words is Texas Republican Congressman Chip Roy. Congressman, I appreciate you being here today. I also appreciate your willingness to talk about this subject.
Go grab a dictionary. Open it up. Look up goatee.
We're booked. We should acknowledge to the audience to talk about something else today, something that I hope we get to, and that is visa overstays and the threat to Western civilization. It's important, but so is this topic, Congressman, and I appreciate your indulgence. First, let me just get your initial reaction on everything that's unfolded today between Elon Musk and President Trump.
Well, great to be on, Will, and happy to talk about any topic. These are all important to the American people, and in fact, it's all related, right? Obviously, the big, beautiful bill deals with the issue of immigration and border security, visa overstays. We saw the horrific tragedy that unfolded out in Colorado. Look, I think a couple of things are going on, and several things can be true at once. Let's remember first, Donald Trump is the president of the United States, okay? We're members of Congress, and we have an obligation to do our job. We follow the law, we pass bills, the president signs it. That's how this works.
All right, none of this is meaningful. And if we pass a bill and it gets to the president's desk, then he can veto it. But if we, with a 2/3 majority, or is it 2/3, override his veto, then it will pass even without his. But if Congress isn't in session, if a president doesn't veto the legislation for a certain number of days, it goes into law, which then would make it law. But the thing about laws is that, how do I How do I do a goatee? There we go. The thing about laws is that you then have to enforce them. And that's where the executive branch comes in. It's like, what are you saying? What are you saying? You're just giving us Schoolhouse Rock bill to law? What do you think of the dispute, Chip? Chip. Of course it'd be Chip.
We're the ones with election certificates, and people should remember that. But Elon has points that he's making that I think we should actually take under advisement. He went out and he saw a lot of the waste, fraud, and abuse. We need to act on that. The American people were excited about that. I think.
Isn't it crazy? You can see the photo here that Elon and Trump were in the White House hyping each other up just a few days ago. It's crazy. These are emotionally unstable people. That's the scary part. That's the real takeaway. Imagining my relationship with Jaden or Cole, our work relationship, our personal relationship being this volatile is incomprehensible. Going within the span of a week from you're great, you're the best president ever, and you're the best Doge ever, to you're associated with a famous pedophile and you should be impeached and I'm going to take away your government contracts. Like that is so indicative of just mentally unstable people. That's how combustible they even are. Share your thoughts in the comments.